Bookish friends. Today I'm going to do another top 5 video. In my first top 5 video, I talked about the book series that I want to finish by the end of 2019. In this video, I'm going to talk about the ones that I finished or catch up with them. The first series that I'm going to talk about is Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. I read this series when I was an adult and loved it. It changed my perspective of young adult fantasy. After reading that series, I started reading more young adult fantasy and I'm enjoying most of them so far. I think J.K. Rowling managed to create a wonderful world and very likable characters and very vivid characters. I could not choose one favorite book for this series, so I chose two. The third book, The Prisoner of Azkaban, because it changed the viewpoint of the series for me. Before that, it was a cute young adult series about magical schools, but after the third book, it changed into a more complex and detailed world building. So it's one of my favorites. The other favorite is Half-Blood Prince because of the content. I'm not going to say why I like it, because if you did not read it, it would be spoilers. The second series that I've catch up on is the Langdon series by Dan Brown. I'm saying catch up on because I think Dan Brown will write more books about Robert Langdon. It is a book series about an art historian who encounters many worldwide conspiracies. I especially like this series because I'm an architect, because Dan Brown is an expert at describing the details of the cities, buildings, and I visited some of the buildings and I was like, wow, he's so good at describing that, because I felt like I was really there again and I was reading the book. The plots are also very intriguing, but his other books, other than Robert Langdon series, did not fascinate me as much as these books in the series. My favorite book in the series is the first book, Angels and Demons. I like the other ones as well, especially the last one was also very good, but the first one is a clear favorite for me. The third series that I've finished is Millennium Series by Stieg Larsson. These books were published after the death of the author. They are really good thriller series. Lisbeth Salamander is one of the most realistic characters, most realistic female characters in thrillers. I'm not saying I'm a big fan of her, but I like reading about her because she is fascinating in my opinion. The detective, I like him, but not very much. Although new books are written by new authors, I consider this series finished because I felt like the story is finished and even if they are good books, they would not give the satisfaction that I had read from reading the original trilogy. My favorite book in the trilogy was the first book, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I like the second book as well. The third book, not as much, but it was a good book, worth reading. So I would advise this series to all thriller lovers. The fourth series that I finished were a romance series. I finished this series about 2 years ago. It's Sequels series by Judith McNaught. It's a historical romance series. It tells the story of three friends who find love in their adventures. Judith McNaught writes witty and somewhat steamy romance books, and it is a combination that I like very much. My favorite book in the series was the first one again, Once and Always. I like the third one as well, but the first one I think had the most wit, and I like the heroine the best in that book. The fifth series I finished was a novella series, The Tales of Dunk and Egg by George R.R. Martin. I read this series when I was fascinated by the Game of Thrones TV series. No, I did not read the Song of Ice and Fire series because I wanted to watch the TV show so badly that I did not have the time to read them. Now that the TV series is finished, I might start reading them. Anyhow, let me go back to the Tales of Dunk and Egg by George R. R. Martin. The events in the series takes place, I think, 200 years before the events in the Song and Ice and Fire series. It tells the story of a knight and its squire. I think it's a sweet fantasy story, a buddy story, and I really liked reading it. My favorite book in the series was the last one, The Mystery Knight. I think it wrapped up the story very well. I would advise it to those who want to try how George R.R. Martin writes. His writing is very approachable in my opinion, and I really like the friendship story in this series. So that was my top 5 series that I have finished or catch up on. I tried to choose series from different genres because I read many genres, and I tried to include as many as I could. If you have suggestions, please comment down below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Thank you. Stories. Since one of the series that I'm talking about in this video is called Tales of Dunk and Egg, I thought the word of the day should be the Turkish word for egg. Egg means yumurta in Turkish. So yumurta is our first Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.